Hello and welcome to video number 6 in this mini series of how to build an email list. In this video we're going to talk about creating an email sequence. Now there are lots of email autoresponders on the market, Aweber, GetResponse, etc. I personally use GrooveMail to keep everything under one roof, which by now you probably know is part of the GrooveFunnels suite, and again there's a link below if you haven't checked it out yet. So you've started building up your list and getting subscribers, but what should you do to make sure they stay subscribers and eventually become buyers? So let's go over some do's and don'ts, because if you get this wrong, the previous steps are going to be a complete waste of time. So let's take a look at what type of emails to send and the ones to avoid, how often to send emails, and the correct formula of what your emails should be. So keep the emails fairly short, at least for the first 4 to 5 emails, until you start building rapport with your subscribers. Because if you want someone to give you 10 minutes or more of their time, then you're going to have a connection first. No one is going to give you 10-15 minutes to read an email if they haven't really connected with you. In general, really, people are very, very busy and they don't have time to read essays. So if you send out a 600-word email to 1,000 people, very few will read it all the way through, maybe 3-4%, but very, very few. And make sure emails are readable, so no walls of text. I see a lot of emails come out with huge blankets of text and they're just too difficult to read, and it just really puts people off. So let's take a look at the difference between a correct email format and an incorrect email format. So you see on the screen, this is an email example which is offering a free trial to some new software. It's just it's not a real email, it's just one I made up. It does have the potential to get a good sign-up rate, as long as it's obviously targeting the right niche. Unfortunately though, the way the email has been laid out means not many people will read until the end, or may not even start to read it. It just looks too much like hard work. You can just see a great big block of text, and it just really is the wrong way to do things. Now the one on the screen now is much more better in the way that you want to compile your emails. It's the same email, it says exactly the same thing, but it's laid out correctly, and you can see the difference of how much better the layout looks, and it's much easier to read. So when you're sending emails to your subscribers, always use the second option, because you'll get a much better response. So now let's have a look to how often to send emails. Now this really is getting a fine line between making sure your subscribers remember you but not becoming a nuisance. Now this does depend on what you have to say, but make sure each email you send has a purpose. Don't just email for the sake of it. Don't just be, oh well, I haven't sent an email for the last 3 weeks, I really should send something out, and just go and send something out that doesn't really have any purpose, because people will just bin it and the next email will not have as much impact. So the rule of thumb here is don't send out more than once a week, but don't wait more than a month to reach out. Every 2 weeks is a good benchmark. Having said that, you can of course send emails in between this if you have something special to say, an announcement such as new software or new product or news in the market regarding a niche. You can send something to your subscribers, but don't give away all your knowledge in one go. So if you've got a lot of knowledge on a particular subject, make sure you spread that out in snippets. Don't just push it all out to your subscribers in the first few emails, because after that you're going to struggle to keep getting content to give to them. But a good way to make sure you always have content is to sign up for Google News alerts in your niche. Keep an eye out for new articles in your niche, and that way you can then relay that to your subscribers and tell them about the things that you've learned. So lastly, the type of emails that we're going to send. So number one, only ever send emails that provide value to your subscribers. Now that may include a product or a service, but don't sell or promote in every email, because nobody wants to be sold to 24/7. Keep on topic. If you're building a list of people interested in internet marketing or making money online, don't start emailing them about a cookbook or holiday offers, because some may be interested, but you're going to get a lot of unsubscribers if you do that. And lastly, avoid talking about certain subjects like a first date. Never talk about religion or politics. I mean, it's fine to mention generalistic if there's an election going on, but don't put your opinions in an email towards a particular party or a particular religion, because you're going to get some people that disagree and unsubscribe from your list. Now, lastly, when you do promote your list, when you promote a product or a service, make sure it's something of quality and of value and not a waste of money. Some people are going to buy it just because, if you put up a rapport with people, they will buy from because they trust your judgment and your recommendation, but they're not going to thank you for it. Again, people are going to leave your list. I get emails quite often from lists that I'm on promoting products that are clearly below par, and software that's probably not going to be here in 3 months' time. So only promote things to your list that you would generally buy and you are generally interested in. Don't do it just to try and make money. So that's our overview on email sequences. It's a big subject all in itself, and I would advise to have a look, maybe buy a course just on that subject, because it can really make a difference to how much money that you do make online. But I hope this is just going to give you the foundation of what to do, what not to do, and how to start putting together your email sequences. So in the next video, we're going to look at getting traffic to your opt-in page, where to get traffic from, the best type of traffic to get, paid traffic, free traffic. So I shall see you in the next video.